Hey there everyone, this is Mystic Fish and welcome to episode 67 of our Factorio Space Age playthrough where we're working on upgradable bases. Last episode we got ourselves going with some agricultural science. And as you can see, we're doing some of the research here. As we can also see here, though, there's a problem. Because even though we are producing agricultural science above 64 science per minute, that was our target, right? We're actually producing 72, but we're only getting 40 worth out here out of the labs. And this is actually a mechanic I was not aware of. And so here is what's happening. So if we take a look at how fast the agricultural science gets consumed here compared to the other ones. We can see that, this creeps down pretty slowly, but the green bar here goes very much faster. And that's because the agricultural science packs, they get consumed faster the more spoiled they are. So it's actually really important to be getting very fresh science packs here, and we are really just sort of like not doing that. So like these are only, these are all below 50% fresh. And so that is a problem for us. So I think, and there's sort of a couple of problems here. One is, as you can see, we've got plenty of science packs here, but they're waiting on the belt here, and that's because our multiplexing mechanism only does lets a certain amount through, and so we actually are going to eventually have 12 science pack types. If we divide the one, so there's 900 items per minute on a yellow belt. If we divide that by 12, that leaves 75. And so if my math is right, that means that we need the science packs to be something closer to like 85% fresh, so that the 72 science packs we get through get at least 64 science per minute worth out the other end. So let's see. So let's change this up a little bit. We were doing spoil for it first because we don't want to waste stuff, but I actually think it's better to do fresh first, because if we get fresher ones in here, they'll last longer in the early labs, and so more of the 72 science packs per minute that come through on the belt will get deeper into the labs, and so that should increase our throughput eventually. But we're going to have to actually, I think, we're going to have a multi-stage process of fixing this stuff. So what are we going to do about this? So the first thing, I think, one issue is that we're waiting until we have 2,000 science packs here. And the reality is, I think we can round trip in the time it takes to make 1,000. And so if we only, this should on average make the science packs we're delivering sort of twice as fresh, because we're not waiting as long. So that should help us here. Now the other thing I was realizing is that I think we can go faster on this ship. When we are on our way from Gleba to Nauvis with the science packs, like we're actually set up here, so these pumps don't really pump much faster than we can produce the oxidizer and fuel. But we actually have full tanks here, and the thrusters are also full. So I think we can we can dip into the fuel reserves in order to get more fuel into the thrusters on the way out, which should increase the thrust. It reduces the fuel efficiency, but we should be able to go faster. And then we can make up for it by going a little slower on the return trip to make sure that we can sort of refill everything. So I think we're going to do that. Now, if you haven't worked with this, we can actually get on the circuit network sort of source and destination for ships that are in flight. Now, we're going to need it down here because we're going to change the way that we work the pumps. But we can't do power poles, really. So what we'll do instead is we will get this signal down here using constant combinators. Oh, come on. Can we reach there? Okay. So we'll just get this signal down here. Okay, good, that reaches. And okay, so what are we gonna do instead? I think we're going to have two different combinators. So first, we'll get the green wires in here so we can see where we're going. We are still going to use this tick. This is how we get sort of proportional control over the pumps here. So we're going to use these as inputs. Now, on the green wire, when we are traveling from Gleba, then this signal will be 1. So if it equals 1, we are going from Gleba to Nauvis. And we want to look at the tick counter. Now, normally we're firing the pumps when it's less than 5, but I think we want to get more fuel into that. So I think let's try T is less than 15. Then I think we want to say go for the pumps. That's one consideration. We are, in fact, definitely doing that. Okay, so let's get this fixed then. Actually, do it this way because this is also going to be an output. And we're going to change this to be green is greater than 1 or greater than 0. And then we're going to copy this to here. Okay, that should be starting to drain. Yeah, that's definitely draining. Whoa, like put a lot of this stuff in. Okay, good. Now on the way back, however, and sorry, the other condition that we want is if the Gleba signal is 3, which means we're sitting in orbit around Gleba. The game sort of models it as like we are both going to and coming from Gleba. So in that case, if we're just sitting in orbit, we do want to fill up the thrusters so that we have full thrusters when we start on our way back. Now, the other condition is if we're on our way back from Gleba, then we want to run the pumps a little less frequently. So we'll try that. This will also be green. Okay, so that should, I think, round trip us. Wow, we're at Nauvis. That's fine. How full of stuff are we here? Okay, so we're restocking, which is good. What's in here? What are we waiting on? Okay, we're like picking up supplies. That's fine. Okay, great. So that, I think, moves the science faster. And then here, I think we want to do something a little fancier than this. So I want to move this guy out of here. And I want to get rid of that guy. Okay, I want to make an RS latch here. So I think the idea is we want to just keep things in the box until we're actually ready to send the rocket. And then once that's going, we want to have this inserter load stuff until we've launched the rocket with the science on it. So how do we do that? I think we take this off. Okay, so RS latch, how is this going to work? So this relies, the R and the S stand for reset and set. I guess sometimes people call it an SR latch if they like to say set and reset. So this needs two signals. So the first question is, the set signal is when should we start? And for this, I think we want to say there is demand on the green wire from the orbital network for science. And on the red wire, which is the box, we actually have our 1,000 science. And if that's the case, then we're going to say that will be the set signal to start loading the rocket. Okay. Now, reset signal. This is green wire only, orbital request. So this is going to be if we do not have an orbital request for science. And if that's the case, we're going to reset and begin accumulating stuff in the box again. Okay, and then the actual latch itself, the way we make this is we loop this around. We put the set wire on the green, same green as the loop back. And what the loop back does is once we've set it, because once we start then putting stuff in here, we won't have the 1,000 science probably in the box anymore. But we still want to run until the rocket's loaded. So, so this allows it to remember that it got turned on. The reset comes in on the red wire. And then the logic here is just that set is greater than reset. If that's the case, and set and reset cannot be on at the same time, or at least these will not go into the latch at the same time, because it all depends on do we have a request or not, right? So this is now not getting anything, right? So that's fine. In this case, then we send the S back around, and that lets us remember. And so then this, actually I need to fix this. You are going to be enabled actually if we see the set signal coming out. Okay. And you should be fresh first. Good. Okay. Now, a couple other things we also need out of here. We do need to get some... where's a spoilage guy? We need a spoilage guy. Okay, we'll get him out. Okay, we also want to, if we end up loading too much into here, we also want to get it out. So, so in this case, this will be, if we don't actually have a ship waiting in orbit wanting science, we should not put any in. So this will be the orbital request less than or equal to 0. If that's the case, then we're going to unload what's in the rocket. Okay. Next, I think we want to change this to be 1500. So we can get a little extra. That's fine. But are we doing... No, we're not doing trash on requested. However, if we don't have a rocket coming, then I think we want to... What do we want to say here? So this is going to stop collecting if we get to 1500. It will stop producing science. That's probably okay. Okay, so maybe that's just what we'll do, because we're going to load the freshest stuff first. Fine. Okay. Over here, we have too much bioflux. Is the short answer here. And so I think we can handle this a little more easily with a recycler or a pair of recyclers. So we can recycle extra bioflux. And this will be... look at the contents of this box. And if we have more than 1500 in the box, you are going to be active. And then that way we're always getting the freshest stuff into the box. You should be grabbing spoiled first. And that should let us get rid of any excess bioflux. Okay, good. All right. Now, this gets us part of the way there. Oh, and I suppose I need to do this. And I suppose I also want to do something like this. But this is only if there's no orbital request. We should just make sure there's nothing in the rocket. Okay, good. Good. Okay, so that should mean that our payloads are sort of as fresh as possible. Bioflux lasts a long time, 2 hours, so I'm not super worried. This stuff has got an hour and 15 left on it. We're not even doing anything with it yet. And we're in the process of freshening this stockpile up. Okay, so now, what is left? So what is left are, I think, two things. One is that I think we need to... I think what we want to do, so what did we say we had to do? 85% fresh, which I think works out to be only 9 minutes of spoilage. So we really have to focus on freshness in our science production, which ironically I think means we have done things in a backwards order. Because, and the tricky part is making the fresh bioflux. So let's come up here. So where's our extra bioflux? It's right here. And so how fresh is this? Okay, that's 82%, right? So that's already less fresh than we want it to be. How fresh are the eggs we're getting up here? Is a good question. Where are my eggs? There they are. Oh, I think I want these eggs coming on a different side of this belt. So they come on the top. How fresh are the eggs we're getting here? So those are 94%. So I think there's a few things that we're going to need to do here in order to improve the freshness. Okay, and so what are all of those things? So one thing is, and I wasn't really planning on doing this at this point, but we could upgrade all of the belts so that the belts just go faster. And so that way there's less, the initial fruit is actually fresher, right? So like let's grab some of this. How fresh is this? This is 95, right? So, so we could get faster belts here, and then it gets through here much faster. So I think that's one thing. I think the second thing is, we're on our way back. And how much science do we have here? We only have 92 in the science here. So the ship is on its way back. And so we really need to be able to produce 1,000 agricultural science in the time it takes the ship to do roughly a round trip. And oh my gosh, I have stuff in my inventory, like this stuff. Burn it. Thank you. Okay. So I think we're gonna need to upgrade the belts. I think we actually need to then scale up the production of science. And then I think we actually need to get the bioflux lasts a long time. And so I think we actually need to get the bioflux being built pretty early up here, so we get like sort of super fresh bioflux. Okay, now the nice thing about eggs are always produced at 100% freshness. So these guys are like 100, you can see their white bars are pretty full. So they're coming in 100%. And so we just need to get the bioflux built sooner. And then we got to scale up. And I think, if my math is right, I think what we want is we actually need 6 biochambers making science, which means that we need to make 14 biochambers making eggs. And so now I think we can get, off of 2 things of nutrients, I think we can get 7 biochambers in here. If I did the math right, 1 belt of nutrients can power 3.7 biochambers. Since we have 2, that would be 7.4 biochambers. So there should even be a little bit left over, and we should be able to power definitely like for example, we should be able to get 3 biochambers off this one, and then partially feed one in the middle. We should be able to get 3 biochambers off this, and then feed the remainder of the one in the middle. So we'll have to build that. And then the last thing that I think we need to fix, and by the way, I think we got to rip a lot of this stuff up. I'm gonna stop making agricultural science. We don't really need it yet. Or it's okay to pause it. Okay, so this stuff should all eventually stop. I would hope. Now, and then I think we have to like rip this all up. So, so what actually is the order of events we want to get to here? I think we want bioflux, so it gets the freshest possible fruit. Then I think we want science, and then eggs, because the nutrients, it does. I think it's okay to have less fresh nutrients. We can produce them plenty fast up here, and they're really going to be consumed by, at least for the ones where, for like the science, where we're making, we need bioflux and nutrients on the same belt. We're just not going to consume any nutrients here at all, so the nutrient build for that one should be fine. I think we'll have to see if we can... We'll have to see how to rearrange this stuff. So so we'll look at that, and then the last thing that I think we need to do, just to be helpful, is I think we want to upgrade the belts here. The way that we have things set up, 2 agricultural towers that are missing. So there are 49 sort of total tiles here. One of them is occupied by the tower, and we're using 3 for these belts here. So it turns out that fills half a belt. So we actually only need 2 ag towers per station. Eventually, when we get the overgrowth soil, we'll be able to come back and do this guy. But we can, and so this is the right amount, right? It's 2 belts coming out of the 2 towers, and that makes 1 yellow belt worth. So we don't need to upgrade these, but I think we need to upgrade these belts here. I think the easiest way to do this is probably to build them over here on Vulcanus, which is currently idle, as it were. So, and let's see, we are producing like lubricant somewhere, right? Yeah, we are. Okay. So, let's get the like fastest belts. Do I have them as researched? I do. Okay, so those must be crafted on Vulcanus anyway. So we want those. And we'll just have to keep ourselves honest that the upgraded belts that we're using, we're only putting a yellow belt's worth of throughput onto them. And I think if we do that, it should be fine. Okay. So let's see. Don't we have a generic foundry here? Hey, yes, we do. So I think we want this. We want you to make express transport belts. We want you to make express undergrounds, and we want you to make express splitters, blue splitters. Whoa, that was not where I wanted to go. Vulcanus, please. And then you need power. Okay, you should be able to start building that as long as we could get you some lubricant over here somehow. Is this our lubricant? Here's our lubricant. Okay, so we can get it through this way. And then, how do we want to do this? I guess like this. Now, I do want to limit this, because we're really only building blue belts to build, at this point, we're only building these to make the turbo versions. So that's fine. Okay, then let's get... Are you starting to build stuff? Yes, you are. Good. Good job, foundries. And then... okay, I guess it's not exactly... Oh, that's not the right thing. You should be making those guys. Oops, which means I need to reset this recipe. Okay, you're making those guys. And you're making those guys. Okay, good. You are... Let's see, are you making requests for lubricant? I guess you don't really need to do that. You also don't need to request lubricant in here. And fortunately... Oh. Well, might as well line this up here. Okay, now, I wonder if we need to make more lubricant. What are we turning this into? We're mostly cracking the heavy oil. Okay, but there's more heavy oil in here. Which means we could do a small lubricant build if we start to run out of it. Which we certainly are. Okay, then let's get a lubricant build. Where do we want to do this? Let's get our handy dandy beacon placement thingy. We're going to want a lubricant guy. And I guess he doesn't really need much space. Five of them? Sure. Oh, I need to move this up slightly. Okay. Good. So then we need to connect. Let's just do this. Well, let's not do that because I need to get power poles in here somewhere. Oh, which actually, what am I doing? I could do this. And that covers everything. Okay, good. Fine. Then we get lubricant out. Let's get a storage tank. Okay. And then where's the lubricant go? Up here. Oh, it even lines up. Look at that. Okay, great. So do we not have... Oh, we're not making substations here? Well, that's fixable. Okay, we can make a couple of those quickly, I suspect. So I think we have all that stuff. we storing up red chips from down here anywhere? Yeah, we are, right there. Okay, good. And there they go, look at that, boom. Okay, now we're making lubricant, and that should help us make belts. Okay, now, how much are we making here? I think I want to make 150 here. I think I want to make 500 here. And I think I want to make 1,000 here. So we'll get that stuff working. Which means, where is Vulcanus to Gleba? We should also get like 1,000 belts, and we should get like 200 of these, and we should get like 100 of these, something like that. Okay, so that is going to take a bit to get going. Let's see. Oh, wait a minute. There are rocks on this belt. How did rocks get on this belt? Oh, right here. Okay, this needed to have a filter. Okay, well then let's get all of that rock stuff off. And just have ore. That probably means... where's the other one? Oh, we have to do it here too. Do we have any rocks here? Yeah, we got some rocks in here too. Okay. Did I end up with any chunks in here? No, they just got deleted. Okay, great. On the other hand, I am going to have to go fix those filters on every ship. So we don't get our ammo production clogged with asteroids. I'm going to do that off camera because we have to wait for the belts from Vulcanus anyway. To be built. Are we going here? What are you stuck awaiting on? The tungsten. Where are we making that? I guess we're making it as fast as we can. This is just going to take a while. Okay. Good. Actually, are we getting some stuff up here? We are getting some stuff up here. Okay. We don't have that. There's only 40 on the planet. That's fine. Okay. All right, so we will let that run. I'm going to go off camera. I'm going to fix the filters on all the ships and get the asteroid gunk out of the iron ore lane. And then when we come back, I think we'll put some. I think let's put some faster belts on the train station. Then let's see where we're at for time. I think this is going to be a multi-episode project for working on freshness, so of the science. So stay tuned for right now. I'll be back. I'll have degunked all of the ships, and maybe we'll have some belts on Gleba at that point. So stay tuned. Okay, we are back, and we now have fast belts from Vulcanus. It did take a while, and I did beef up the production of tungsten steel. So we went from 3 to 5 of these. That just sort of helped a little bit. The belts need a lot of tungsten, but this little lubricant build is certainly able to keep up, so that is fine. Let's see. So back to Gleba. I think we are we about, yeah, we're in the middle of launching. So how fresh is this stuff? This is like 83% fresh. That's better. We should be loading the freshest stuff in here. So it's not all going to be this fresh, because I think I had stopped it for a little bit, but then I was like, oh, you know what? I actually want to see what impact on freshness this stuff all has. I think I figured out that we can deliver from this point right here where the rocket's full. Which, yes, we have the reset signal on, so that's good. So from the point that the rocket is full until the point when we can deliver it to Nauvis is about 2 minutes. And so, right. So it's about 35 seconds to get up to here. It's about a minute. And we should be, yeah, we're doing this one here. This is the faster one with the higher T value. And so we're getting up to 250, which is good. I do think we start to drain stuff out of the, we start to drain stuff out of the thrusters, but it should stabilize. We're definitely draining the reserves, which is intended. And this, where does this stabilize? Looks like about halfway or so, and so it's seen, well, maybe it's still falling, I don't know. No, it looks pretty good. It's maybe about 230 kilometers per second, but that's still pretty fast. I think it's basically a minute or so worth of transit, and then it's 20 seconds to drop the science down to the planet, which there it goes. And then, obviously we need to go get it into the logistics system and start putting it on the science belts. But that is all here now. We unloaded into the trash chests. Trash chests? I don't know. I haven't heard anybody call them that, but that's essentially what they are. The active provider chests. Okay, and then once we get all of this stuff in here, we should be able to see how fresh it is as it's arriving. So 66%, that's a lot better than the 40-something% we were getting before, and we haven't even finished getting all of our enhance the freshness stuff together yet. We haven't scaled our production and haven't upgraded belts or things like that. So, all right, so let's see what the difference is on the research progress once that starts. Okay, back to Gleba. I think the thing that we want to do here is we just want to upgrade from yellow belts to green belts, from yellow undergrounds to green undergrounds, and from yellow splitters that's not a yellow splitter, that's a yellow splitter, to green splitters. Okay, let's come down here. Let's just upgrade the belts down here on this stuff. So I think we want it on all of this, all of this, and everything here to here. And then same thing here on this belt. Just so we get a little bit fresher fruit off the belt here. I suppose we might as well get this too. Okay, here comes all the belts. Great, that should get us fruit in faster. Okay, it looks like we brought enough stuff with us. From Vulcanus. Man, yeah, look at the free, look at this stuff. It's like really coming through. That's exciting. We're missing something down here. Did not get upgraded. Oh no, I guess it's slowing down because of this. We should probably just do that guy too. Though I think it doesn't really matter. We should be able to load it faster than... Right, we do need that upgraded so that... Here it comes. Then we should see this backlog start to drain. Oh, have to charge. Come on, little bot. Boom. Okay, yeah, now that backlog is dropping. Perfect. Something in here is not upgraded. That one. All right, this should get us dramatically fresher fruit, I think. Yeah, one poor belt didn't get upgraded. Okay, but that is clearly bringing the fruit faster. So that's good. Did we get this guy upgraded? We did. Okay, good. So then I think we want to do the same thing up here. And I think, I don't know why I didn't do it this way before. I could just do that. And that gets everything. Okay, so that should get us some fresher fruit. What else did I do? I also give me the freshest stuff first on the jelly and the mash that are making the bioflux to try to make slightly fresher bioflux. And so, let's see. I think having fresher fruit is going to help us. How fresh is the stuff that's coming out now? Grab some. Okay, 86%. We're getting there. I think delivering fresher fruit will help. As I said, I wonder if we have enough. Do we have enough stuff here? I guess we do have enough stuff here to upgrade all of these guys. Do these all get upgraded? Look at that. Great. So that should help us. Yeah, we're still trying to make everything. Okay, so fresher fruit now arriving. So that's good. This, we're waiting for that stuff to grow. Waiting for that stuff to grow. Okay. But good, we're clearing it and getting it onto the train faster. And then... Then the question is, do we want to do it here too? And I kind of feel like we maybe do. Like I think we want to get, at least on the science side, I don't think it's as important. And I guess we can at least get the fruit going faster. This way. Like, let's just have fruit get through the system faster. I just need to do the fruit one here for right now. At least the fruit that feeds the science. And then at this point, I don't think it matters. Below here, although I guess I'm going to do this one. And I guess I do need to do these. This should all be okay from here, but I suppose there's no harm in getting it through. Maybe I'll just stop there. That should drain it as fast as it's coming in. Okay, good. Wow, look at the fruit fly by here. That's amazing. Wow, maybe we really do need to get this going through here. Well, I guess it can't be until we probably need to get more stuff in through Vulcanus. This is fruit, I think. And this is fruit on this side. Which, if we're going to recycle it through, we might as well do it. Fruit. Okay, that should do everything except that we don't have enough belts from Vulcanus. Okay, what did that do? However, we did get it upgraded through here, I think. Look at that fruit fly by. How fresh is this stuff now? 88%. That's better. Okay. Great. So then I think we'll be in business. We shouldn't, I think this shouldn't change our production rate. We're only doing 30. Why is that? Are you missing stuff? No, you're not. Eggs, maybe. Oh, here comes fruit. Man, when it arrives, it really like flies by. That's cool to see. Is it going too fast, I wonder? Where, like, we can't get enough? Oh no, here it comes. Oh yeah, okay. That's getting at our 75. Okay, good. Alright, so that is, I think that's better. We'll go, I think we're going to end the episode here. We'll go off camera. We'll look for, scaling things up, I think, next time. There's a certain amount of stuff we can't do yet until we get the overgrowth stuff. But yeah, I think we've got scaling up to do, and there's a little more, I think, train network stuff I want to do as well. I'd love to be able to not have to split the fruit production over to this side if we don't need it for like making rocket parts. And so I think to do that, we need to have like separate train stations with separate logic. I'm debating how much I care about that, because as soon as we get quality, then these will be different train stations anyway. So maybe I won't worry about that, and instead we'll just upgrade the belts here, and then I think do a little bit of scaling up work. Okay, so how fresh is the science that's arriving here? Oh, we absolutely need to get the science here more quickly as well. But that's going to take a bit to get things back from Vulcanus in terms of belt stuff, because it does take a while. Where's this guy? Vulcanus to Gleba. Yeah, he's loading. Oh, he's actually pretty close. Well, he's getting there. It's going to be a bit. All right, so we're not going to wait for that. We're going to end the episode here on the quest for freshness. So I think we made good progress. So how is this looking? This is looking maybe better. We're getting up to 47 signs per minute out of the 64 we want. I think we haven't finished seeing all of the benefits of this yet. But the other thing, we also are not producing the full belt yet of fruit, for which we need the overgrowth stuff. And for that, we need to actually do the biter egg handling. So maybe we'll do that so we can unlock the growth and then come back and fix freshness that way. I don't know, like there's several ways to go here. If you have ideas about which things would be most fruitful, to do first, we could pursue the overgrowth and do the captivity. That seems like maybe useful. We also researched rockets hurt, so there's a few things we could get going here. I guess one of them is we could make carbon fiber here. Can we make mash here? I don't really have a way to make mash. Can I hang it off as something else? Well, I don't know. I do want to be able to make quality carbon fiber at some point. So it's possible, right? There's fruit. Fruit comes through here. So I guess I could, I can get fruit and nutrients if I put this one here. And then I could put the carbon fiber up here. Okay, so there's a way to do it. Okay, so we'll leave that as a problem for future Mystic Fish. Maybe I'll just put the blank biochamber in there again so we remember to do it. Because we are actually going to need to get that going in order to do the captivity stuff. So we'll do that. We'll let the Vulcanus. We'll let Vulcanus and interplanetary logistics get us going on the rest of the belt upgrades here for the fruit. And so, and then we got to scale the science. Upgrade the belts, and probably do overgrowth, and then and then that's probably going to be good enough. I think that'll be good enough. Especially because I think we can redirect like 3/4 of the fruit over to the science, and then that should also help, because like right now the rockets are like pretty idle, and so we just have like half our fruit getting like burned here, which is it's fine, but we really need it over here. So okay, so maybe we'll try that as well, because like the Yamakos really do, with the faster belts, they really get through. So we just need to make sure that we can we can be offloading this stuff. And maybe actually what I want is this. Ooh, I'm gonna do something which is let's do this. And let's do that here. This way we unload at the pace of a yellow belt. And that'll spread the fruit out a little bit. which I think is helpful. That still gets it. It's the same throughput, but I think because the train can load and unload faster than the yellow belt, right? Yeah, like we still had some here. I think what that means is once we ramp up the production here, we should be able to get nearly continuous fruit, which I think is important. As far as freshness. Okay, so that's good. Okay, great. So we need overgrowth for that. But yeah, I don't know. Lots of problems for future Mystic Fish. So I am really actually going to stop there. So with that, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Till then, bye.